What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. In today's video, we have to talk about a quote that I just heard from Lonzo Ball in regards to how he has been able to stay on the court during this time where his whole entire team has been hit and ravaged with health and safety protocols. Let's get into it.
AB the Hero, back at it, baby.
Okay. Thank y'all for hitting the like button before that intro was over. You know what I'm saying? I'm testing out a little intro sauce. So thank y'all for supporting in that way. But what we want to talk about today is, like I said, my man Lonzo Ball. That's been the theme or some stuff that we've been covering a decent amount lately on the channel, because my guy Lonzo has elevated his game in a way that I feel like is putting him on a pathway to being an NBA All-Star. Now, some folks don't necessarily agree with that based on history, but when you're predicting the future, you have to take the past into account, but you also have to look at the present, and then you also have to project into said future. I'm telling you that my man Lonzo Ball is onto something a bit different. And I heard this quote from him today, and I was like, yep, this is exactly what I was talking about. Let's get into it.
Did you ever have a moment through this ordeal where you said, like, how in the heck did I avoid getting COVID? I mean, it's pretty remarkable.
I don't really do too much. I just play and go back home, really. I mean, it's not a lot of situations where I can probably get COVID, and, I'm just thankful that I haven't got it yet.
What was it like kind of watching that? We haven't talked to you since, just player after player went into the protocols. It's a lot for a team to endure. What was that like?
Yeah, like I said, it goes back to the resilient piece. Obviously, we got hit by COVID pretty hard, but, we had the players to come and step up, and whoever's available for that night play as hard as they can. That's all we can ask for.
Different teammates now in just a couple months. Is it hard to get to know everyone's patterns or tendencies, or do you just play your game?
I think just all the different lineups, people are just coming in and playing hard. I mean, for us, we have an identity we want to play to as a whole, and we address that, whenever we can meet, team meetings and stuff and go over film. But like I said, I think guys just come in with the mindset they want to work hard and play hard, and we start from there and go from there.
I'm gonna just stop it right there. If you want to listen to the rest of that, some wise words from a decent man being laced out right there by my man Lonzo Ball. Here's what I'll say. I hear a few different things. One of the big, I would call it themes of said channel, this channel here, is I've talked about this for a minute, and if you've been rocking with me for a minute, you already know where I'm going with this. I always talk about this when, cause I'm a kung fu guy, right? I watch the kung fu movies and the ninja movies and all of that stuff. And one of the big things that you see when there's a guy who he's down here amongst the common folk, the soldiers come into town, they start tearing stuff up, and he got to get out of town for a second, and he got to go up the mountain to the monastery, and he got to go put in work. He not coming back down the mountain to check on stuff. He ain't out here in the streets doing all of the things. He go to the mountain, he go up that hill, and he put in work. And when he come back down that hill, he put in more work, and he on another plane. That's what I'm seeing from Lonzo Ball. When you look at him over the summer, you see him putting in work. When you hear him talk right now, everybody, damn, how did everybody else get hit with this thing? Because I go to the gym and I go back home. I go to the put in no work. I go to the Shang-Chi. What is it? The show. My son doing karate now, and it's interesting because they call it the dojo, but it's a shojang, something like that. You go to the shojang, and you go to the dojo, and then you come home and you put in said work. I will also point out one of the things that I love about Lonzo's game, and has been touted as his calling card since way back coming out of UCLA, is he is somebody who makes everybody better. If you're in a situation when you say, Lonzo, all right, you the point guard, this is what we gonna do. We want you to run the offense the way you want to run. Not necessarily the way you want to run it, but we want to maximize your abilities, okay? Now you start seeing a carousel of players, and everybody is somehow being able to maintain the level of play of the regular team. How do you do that? You have a guy on your team who makes everybody better. You have a guy who, when you got a Levine and you got a DeRozan, they get to play at optimal status of their game. Then when one of them leaves, you have a guy who can shift into some of this spot and go from a 12-point scorer to a damn near a 20-point scorer if you need be. Then also up his assists from 4 to about 8 when you need him to do it. Get you about 5 steals and a couple blocks in here as well. And then while doing that, getting everybody. I be telling y'all, my man is on to something right now. I'm gonna hit him right at the point here. Look. This guy here, he on to something. And I'm telling you, it's because, like a ninja, my dog went out that mountain. And the focus is set on the hooping. If you go back in time, and you look at the times where my dog Lonzo was rickety the most, there's all type of stuff going on around the world, in his world, I would say, in public stuff. Now you look at a time where my dog is hooping, he's chilling in a session, in a space where I'm going to hoop, and then I'm coming back to the crib. I hope y'all understand why I'm hype on that. Hope y'all understand why that to me says, like, okay, this is the Lonzo All-Star train that I'm trying to get y'all to get on, because voting is about to start. And when it starts, it ain't gonna just be your boy ABD. I'm gonna be throwing my votes in, but y'all gonna have to show up and show out as well. And I'm telling you, I guarantee this in my last video about Lonzo and them. I'm telling you, he got a 30-point game coming up for y'all. It's coming soon. Stick around. It's your main man ABD roll.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.
There it is.